I wanted to talk to you today about compressed charcoal, compressed graphite, and compressed lead. But before we get started, please come and visit me at arts-garden.net or booksmusicandart.etsy.com, or visit me on social media. Thank you. Actually, this is a review of a product. It's the Gioconda Drawing, Sketching, Toning, Authentic Quality Product Art Set from Hartmouth, which was the first company to develop leads mixed with clay. So, what comes in that product? Let's have a look. Can you see? This is what we get. We get a range of charcoal, lead, graphite, and sepia, and some pencils too. So I'll talk about them. So these charcoals, they're just a number 1, and the leads come in the range 1, 2, and 3. That's what they look like. And then you have the lighter graphites, and so they're kind of going from light to dark, from the graphites to the leads to the charcoals. And the graphites come in a 2B, a 4B, and a 6B, and you should know that the companies are not consistent between each other. One company's 2B could be very different from another company's 2B, although that's not a good example. It's usually the other ones. A 6B would probably look very different between companies rather than the 2B. Except in Japan, the 2Bs might be quite different. And so then you've got your sepias. They have numbers on them. This one's 4393, this one's 4398, this one's 4397, and sepias, you can get them wet, and then they blend very easily, and some people like to work with them, and it's just kind of like a monochrome kind of work in that case. It comes with the kind of kneaded eraser. This one hasn't been opened yet. And then you've got this range of pencils, and you have some charcoal pencils, which are both number 2s, and then you have these 2B, 5B, and 8B, what they're calling graphic pencils, and those are primarily for shading, except for the 2B, which is for sketching. So yeah, you could use the 5B for light shades and the 8B for dark shades, and that'll make a nice drawing. And then you have 3, what they call Negro. They come in 1, 2, and 3. And then, let's see, did I say anything on those? Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. And then you have your Aquarelles, which is a 2B, a 4B, and a 6B. And those can also be mixed with water, but they're just the black or gray colors. They're not like sepia. They don't have some brownish or reddish brown tint to them. And so I also have one more example in here that's not part of that product. These are compressed graphite from Generals, and this is a kind of a wide one that the other set doesn't have. This is very wide. The other set is thin like this, and so that's another option that you have. If you like to work with them and you need something wide, you could find a wider one from Generals. Yeah, this one says 0D. I don't know what that means. The thinner one is 2B, and there's another thin one which is a 4B. So maybe that used to say 6B perhaps before it got rubbed off. So that's my guess, the wide flat one. All right, thank you for watching me, and there'll be more later. Please have a look at arts-garden.net and booksmusicandart.etsy.com to see my work or visit me on social media. Bye.